Welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. Update 35 is officially here, and with it, Modern Horizon officially begins. This week, we are starting off strong with the Ford Mustang Dark Horse. All we've got to do is get 20 points in this week's festival playlist, Forzathon shop for the week. This is 5. I didn't know that was a phrase. Well played. Anyways, let's go unlock the Dark Horse. I am really hoping for some fun customization with this thing. A little bit slower than I would have liked. 23 minutes to unlock the Ford Mustang Dark Horse, but we got it. We've got 500 horsepower, 420 foot-pounds of torque. We've got a 5-liter V8, and I assume a 6-speed manual. In real life, there's actually like 2 different versions of the Dark Horse that people can buy. The main difference is you can actually buy this car with a 10-speed automatic. This is the good one with the manual, and you can also buy it with a handling package, and this is also the handling package. You get this big rear wing, which is awesome, and you also get, in real life, these very grippy tires. Quick sound test. I mean, I guess it's actually not bad, but it is missing those, like, pops and crackles, you know? This wouldn't be an AR12 video without any fun facts about the Mustang Dark Horse, and oh boy, just checkpoints, doing checkpoint things, nothing to worry about there. I've already spoken about the new S650 Mustang in the previous video where we got the regular Mustang GT. This is the Dark Horse. It is a brand new trim of Mustang. At the moment, Ford isn't making a Shelby Mustang. At the moment, this is the top of the line Mustang that you can actually buy. The Dark Horse is actually the most powerful non-Shelby Mustang that Ford has ever made, ignoring the GTD. They are fantastic cars, and honestly, one of the best sports cars on sale today. Straight up, if I didn't have my Mustang, I would buy one of these. Here's my question with this thing. In terms of Forza Horizon 5 customization, I don't actually know what there's gonna be for this car. Like, with the Mustang GT that we got, we had the GTD body kit, which was awesome. Will this thing get the same treatment? Or are we gonna get what I really want for this thing? Ford has actually gone a step further than the regular Dark Horse and made the Dark Horse R. Essentially what it is a Dark Horse with the interior ripped out, a roll cage added in, and racing slicks. This was the Dark Horse R Mustang race that happened at Mid-Ohio like last weekend or the weekend before. It is a spec racing league of these Mustangs. Why don't I try to replicate those in Forza Horizon 5? So let's see what customization we do have for these. Okay. Why is the first engine swap a diesel? Anyways, we've got a 5.2 liter V8, an 8.4 liter V10 out of the Dodge Viper, 7.7 liter V12, and a 7.2 V8. I'm pretty sure that's the Formula Drift Mustang. If I could get this thing to the top of A-Class, I feel like that would be... No way. We don't have the body kits for this car, but we do get 2 rear wings. We get an APR and an APR rear wing, no rear wing, and Forza Aero. I'm gonna run this one. The APR rear wing is super nice. I'm gonna run full racing slicks because I want to be like a spec race car. I'm not gonna change how wide the tires are. What I will do is give it some engine spacers. Very nice. I'm not gonna upgrade the drivetrain at all. I'm pretty sure the Dark Horse R's are all completely stock. We're also not gonna change the brakes. I'm pretty sure the brakes they run are the stock ones. They might just run different pads. We're also not gonna change the suspension. What we will do though is give it some anti-roll bars in the front and the rear again, so we can tune all of it. We will give it a big old roll cage in there, and we'll give it some race weight reduction. We are actually up to S1 class now. We are 800 pounds lighter than we were before. Same exact horsepower. Yo, we've got a load of advanced painting options for this thing. You've got all of the Ford actual manufacturer colors. Very, very nice. Looking good. What are these advanced painting groups though? So paint number 1 obviously is the main body of the car. That already looks really cool in orange. 2 is the big center stripe. Okay. And then paint group number 3 is the side stripes and the front trim. Oh, that's very, very cool. So I guess you could make this like carbon fiber, and that would look even cooler. I don't know if this is going to be the most fair spec race of all time, but we are racing a load of other Dark Horse Mustangs. We will call it the inaugural Dark Horse R Championship Forza Horizon 5 edition. You can buy a Dark Horse R for 150K, and it comes fitted out exactly like this. And then in that video that I showed you, that is the actual Dark Horse Championship where you can enter it in a season. It costs like 20 grand to do the races. Ford does a bunch of like the maintenance stuff for you and like supports you at the track. If any sponsors want to sponsor me, I would 100% do it. I've said it before and I will say it again. What Ford is doing for motorsport is incredible. Supporting people from entry level all the way up to GT3 and GT4 racing is frankly incredible, and you love to see it. Honestly, this drives so nicely. The stock suspension with the weight reduction, with the roll cage, with the slick tires, you can send it into the corners, get a perfect amount of grip to get the rotation from the car and use the power to kind of turn your car, then accelerate out of the corners. One of my favorite cars on sale today. I love the Dark Horse, and the Dark Horse R is even better. Golden just said, what about a rally horse time? All right, if I'm gonna do that, there are some upgrades that I will require. Oh my God, I could diesel swap this and then go off-roading. That's like the most illegal thing we could have done. Should I do it for the diesel swap the Mustang all-wheel drive? We're gonna have 2,000 foot-pounds of torque. Welcome back to another video where Nick ruins a perfectly good car because he likes chaos and memes. Instead of the Dark Horse, it's the Dirty Horse. Yes, I like this. This is great. After all of our upgrades, we have 1,000 horsepower and 2,300 foot-pounds of torque. And apparently, our top speed is 82 miles an hour. We have done the most illegal thing. And I think, honestly, if you actually took this a little bit more seriously than we did by not swapping a diesel engine into it, I think it would have actually been pretty good. But we've decided to go full memes and full torque. It is a Dark Horse Mustang that can tow a boat. What could possibly go wrong, though, when you try and race said Mustang? It's actually pretty good. Bro, I guess because it's fairly lightweight, like all things considered, it can go from checkpoint to checkpoint, and it's got the downforce from the absurd rear wing just to send it through the checkpoint. The camo works incredibly well. Up the inside, lovely move, Mustang. We are looking good. Look at my red line on the interior now. That's too funny. Oh, you actually want, chat, you want one more fun fact. I promise this is my last fun fact with this car. In the options for this car, you can actually customize your heads-up display, like your gauges in front of you, and you can choose gauges from a bunch of previous Mustang generations dating back to the 1970s. You can get the old school gauges. I think they're like brown and red. They are really not great looking, but you can use them in your Dark Horse. It's very, very cool. Beautiful. Across the line, Dark Horse Rally Raptor thing. We are going drag racing, quarter-mile racing with the Dark Horse. I don't know if you've noticed this over the past couple of years. Ford doesn't really care about drag racing that much. They still make like the Cobra jets and all sorts of stuff like that, and they're awesome. The road cars aren't really designed for drag strip. They're much more set up to be very good in like the corners and stuff like that. If I'm gonna do it in this game, 7.2 liter V8, very nice. All-wheel drive, we are going full try hard. Then we get, I guess we'll go supercharger. Twin turbos will get more power that way. Then we want super thick tires. We want drag racing tires. Very nice. Upgrade the twin turbos. 1,900 horsepower. That's a big, powerful thing now. Okay. Are we really expecting a sub 8-second quarter mile? Actually, probably, because we've got all the horsepower. I would assume so. Maybe like another 7.5. I said a 7.5 with the DeLorean. I think that might have been a 7.3 already. Not bad. We can improve on that a little bit. Honestly, we really didn't spin our wheels up. So let's turn our tire pressure up a little bit more. I think we can also shorten our gear ratios just by a tiny little bit. I'm just going to make it a little tiny bit more rear wheel drive just to see if we can increase the launch. 0 to 60, 1.3 seconds already. Away we go. Watch for wheel spin. A little bit of wheel spin off the line. I might have cranked the tire pressure a little too high there, but it feels good. I can go even shorter with the gears, though. And a 7.2 now. We're looking good. Away we go. Come on. Better launch. It feels like a little bit of a better launch. Come on, 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 come on. Gear ratios are much better. We're crossing the line at 204 miles an hour. Another 7.2. I'm sure if you want to push this thing even harder and go try hard with all of the tuning and so on, you could probably do a 7-second dead. I have one more build that I want to do, and I want to go drifting. Usually when I go drifting, I just go drifting for the fun of it and the style point. Not with this. I want to see if I can actually get a new PB with this thing. I'm gonna need to ditch those twin turbos. I'm gonna max it at 1,000 horsepower, and we're gonna turn it into a wannabe Formula Drift car. You think I could actually go for the big rear wing just for style point? I've already got my drift differential and my drift gearbox. I think the only other upgrade I need is just a drift suspension, and we're good to go. I think that's all I need. If I've got 1,000 horsepower, what do I think about this zone? I usually don't run this drift zone very often. 188 K's the PB. I don't know if it's just me. It feels like every single time I play this game recently in free roam, it's always nighttime, and it's so annoying. I just want to drive around in the day, bro. Come on, keep it on the road. I gotta go less points there. Final corner. Come on. We can improve that attempt too. 180K, and we still have more potential to unleash. That's a good start. Good start. Nice. Very nice. That's the type of line that I need. Why couldn't I do that earlier? Come on! I'm done. I'm done. I'm so done. I was 500 points off a new PB. Mustang Dark Horse. I know not everybody's gonna like this car. There is a loud minority of players who say there are too many Mustangs in this game. We like to call that group of players, wrong. The Dark Horse Mustang is lovely. One of my favorite cars on sale today. What a great addition to the game. And I really hope these rear wings become standard on every single car in this game.